And we are starting 11 Live with some breaking news coming in. UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's marathon meet continues ahead of the first cabinet meet tomorrow. Yogi Adityanath is meeting top bureaucrats before Tuesdays, which is tomorrow's cabinet meeting. We are told that the meet began at 2 p.m. today and is still underway. Sources also tell India Today that some of the biggest poll promises are being considered and the government is mulling to fulfill them. And one of them could be uniform fee for private schools in the offing.
मीटिंग्स की आदत थी अधिकारियों को अमूमन 6 बजे तक ताला लग जाया करता था।
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है, करते हैं अधिकारी काम करते हैं। ऐसा नहीं है कि ये अधिकारियों के लिए कोई नई बात ये
जो है निजी स्कूलों की मनमानी चलती है, इस पर भी कुछ विचार हुआ?
एक ये चर्चा हो रही थी कि किस प्रकार से हम उनके फी स्ट्रक्चर को रैशनलाइज कर सके, विचार करते हैं।
कब तक उम्मीद है कि ये जो रैशनलाइज किया जा रहा है फी स्ट्रक्चर?
प्रयास करेंगे कि अगले 100 दिनों में के भी टारगेट में रखा जाए।
मुख्य बिंदु क्या हुआ है इस मीटिंग में? मुख्य बिंदु
ये है कि बच्चों की जो शिक्षा, बेसिक शिक्षा का स्तर है, उसको कैसे बेहतर कर सके।
All right, I'm joined by today's Deputy Editor Shiv Poojan Jha for more on this. Shiv, we are told that a big decision on education is likely tomorrow. And what are the other decisions that one can expect from the cabinet meet tomorrow?
Well, that is one big decision which has now been taken, and the authorities have already been asked to work within 100 days' time to prepare a kind of a structure wherein the exorbitant fee structure of the private schools that can be reined in. When we talked to the secretary who just came out of the after the meeting, he very categorically said that strict instructions have been passed on by Yogi Adityanath to rationalize the fee structure. Time and again such complaints have been coming, and can you imagine it? At the 5th floor of the NXE, a meeting that started at roughly 6 a.m. Yogi Adityanath had come to this particular NXE at around 4:15 p.m. and after that there were marathon meetings. Just a short while ago the cooperative minister was also called in. He just now came, and all the authorities, they have been we have been watching them going up the stairs with the files in their hands. Never was this kind of scene witnessed at the NXE. By 6 p.m. latest, in the previous regimes, there used to be the entire office premises used to be shut. But right now, almost every cabinet colleague, almost all the officials pertaining to the 6 broad departments of the education department, they are presently here, and the marathon meeting is still going on. Possibly there can be various other aspects which must have been brought for discussion. But when we talked to the concerned secretary, the most important thing that came out was that Yogi Adityanath wants to rationalize the fee structure of the private institutions, which has been hovering really very high, causing much discomfort to the people, to the common man.
All right, thank you so much, Shiv, for that update. We will keep coming back to you. Remember, tomorrow is that highly awaited first cabinet meet of Yogi Adityanath, and we're also expecting, other than the education, we're also expecting that farm loan waiver could be a big agenda. Shifting focus to another big story of the day, coming in from Jammu and Kashmir, where the police paid its last respects to a brave police constable, Shamim Ahmed. He was martyred in the Nohata terror attack on Sunday. Shamim received serious injuries after terrorists hurled grenade on a police party next to Ganj Baksh Park in Nohata area on Sunday. The Braveheart later succumbed to his injuries. And what has been extremely shocking is the silence of the separatists and those who routinely shed tears for terrorists and their sympathizers.
Last journey of J&K police Jawan Shamim Ahmed. Draped in the tricolour, his colleagues bid him farewell in Srinagar. This young man laid down his life in the service of the country.
My heart goes to the family who have lost the dear one.
Only 25 years old, he was killed in a grenade attack by cowards who took shelter behind stone pelters. But the so-called spokespersons for Kashmiris are quiet. They called for a bandh to protest against a tunnel that would bring Kashmir closer to the mainland. But are they protesting against the murder of a young man from their state? Not a word. But then, these self-appointed spokespersons save their breath to lionize the likes of Burhan Wani. For them, a terrorist commander is a youth icon. But a young man working for his country, family and future is not worth their attention. perhaps fit only to be killed and forgotten. But what about the Chief Minister? When security forces are repeatedly being targeted, she chooses to tell them to observe restraint.
जब तक आर्मी सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस रेस्ट्रेंट नहीं दिखाएंगे और नहीं दिखाते हैं रेस्ट्रेंट भी दिखाते हैं, मगर हमें जो है अपने जो बच्चे हैं मुझे लगता है उन पे फोकस करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि वो तकलीफ में है, वो जहनी इंतशार में है। मुझे लगता है कि उनको इंगेज करने की ज़रूरत है, उनकी प्रॉब्लम को समझने की ज़रूरत है, और मुझे खुशी है तसद्दुक is trying to play a part in that.
Will no one then shed any tears for men like Shamim? With Shuja ul Haq, Bureau Report, India Today.
Remember, the entire country will remember that selfless sacrifice. Shifting focus to another big story of the day, the Aam Aadmi Party's allegations that electronic voting machines were hacked in Punjab has led to a big face-off with the Election Commission. Strongly objecting to the Aam Aadmi Party's allegations, the Election Commission has asked the party to introspect why it could not perform as per expectations in the elections, instead of attributing the dismal performance to the EVM tampering. The Aam Aadmi Party has called the Election Commission's response unfortunate.
ऐसा उन मशीनों में क्या था कि इलेक्शन कमीशन ने कानून की धज्जियां उड़ाते हुए
an audacious attack.
आप हमें 72 घंटे के लिए ये मशीन उपलब्ध करा दीजिए, हम इसके सॉफ्टवेयर को आपको पढ़ के दिखा देंगे और हम इसके सॉफ्टवेयर को बता देंगे कि इसके अंदर क्या सॉफ्टवेयर और क्या चेंज किए गए हैं.
An open dare to the Election Commission. Still hurting from his defeat in Punjab elections, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal trained his guns on the Election Commission.
इस तरह से इन्होंने बदमाशी करी है सॉफ्टवेयर में कि जो बटन दबा रहे हो लाइट भी उसी की जल रही है, लेकिन माइक्रोचिप के अंदर वोट बीजेपी को पड़ रहे हैं क्योंकि वो प्रिंट आउट बीजेपी का निकल रहा है, मेमोरी के अंदर वोट वो बीजेपी को जा रहा है.
The poll watchdog has been unsparing in its criticism of the Aam Aadmi Party's allegations, asking them to introspect on the causes of their defeat instead of using the electronic voting machines as a scapegoat. A sore loser, that is what Arvind Kejriwal's opponents have labelled him. Arvind Kejriwal has been told to move the High Court if he wants poll results verified by the Election Commission. But so far, all that the Aam Aadmi Party has done is level charges. If Arvind Kejriwal is so sure that elections were fixed, what's stopping him from taking legal action? With Pankaj Jain in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's now get you all the other stories from across the country. India is all set to sign its first deal for missile-armed drones. Reports say Prime Minister Modi will sign the $400 million deal during his first visit to Israel in July this year. The central government says it cannot announce a loan waiver for just Tamil Nadu farmers. Protesting farmers at Jantar Mantar have threatened to slit their throats if their demands are not met. The Election Commission has asked the AIDMK General Secretary VK Shashikala to remove the two-leaf symbol from social media accounts ahead of the RK Nagar by-polls on 12th of April. Alright, according to the latest survey, India is ranking 97th of 118 in the Global Hunger Index. We are far worse than most of our Asian counterparts. But there are some people who are trying to make a difference in their own way. So Rasoi on Wheels is one such initiative in Delhi that's providing nutritious and hygienic food to the underprivileged at affordable prices. And that is my good news this Monday evening.
Gayatri mantra on their lips and hunger in their stomach. These homeless children are smiling today. All because of Rasoi on Wheels, an initiative that feeds the less privileged tasty, nutritious and hygienically packed meal boxes at an affordable price. And this is the kitchen where cleanliness, taste and hygiene are the topmost priority for the owners who have made it to their mission to feed the hungry. A converted old Maruti van transports around 30,000 meals a month from its 800 square foot base kitchen.
रोटी लाती है, चावल लाती है, चिप्स लाती है, बहुत मजा आता है। दीदी पढ़ाई करवाती है, आके फिर वो खाना देती है, फिर साबुन देती है, शैम्पू पे सब देता है और यही पढ़ाई भी होता है।
From streets to slums to schools, this Fresh from the Oven initiative is gloriously picking pace throughout the length and breadth of the city.
An individual social responsibility which all of us to have towards society of feeding the less privileged people of the society. There are old age people, there are slum schools, there are orphanages in which we have associations and tie-ups with now, where on a daily basis we are sending almost 1,000 meals.
I'm taking care of these three things. One is meal. The second is education of the kids. We put them in the mainstream once in a while whenever the kids are, whoever the kids are brilliant. So we just take them to the mainstream then. That is the second part. And third is the medical, I'm taking care of the medical issues. And we give them free surgeries, free consultations, free medicines.
Rasoi on Wheels provides affordable food to old age homes, orphanages, blind schools, homes for the differently abled, slums, schools for less privileged, construction sites, and they heartily follow their mantra. Giving has not made anyone poor. With Priyanka Singh, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, on that positive note, it's time to wrap up this edition of 11 Live. But stay tuned to India Today because up next is our entertainment show In the Club with Sushant Mehta. Good night.